Okay, so Mr. Paddy over at Paddy's Potato Peelers started an open community tag, which means that it's open to response videos or whatever. YouTube stopped doing the response videos a long time ago, so I guess this is a new way to do it, kind of. So anyway, he wants to know the 3 knives that you haven't used in the last 6 months, the flashlight that you've used the most, and the watch that you've worn the most. So this is going to be my video on the subject. So starting out with one of the knives that I haven't used in over 6 months, my Benchmade 300-1. This was the first real expensive knife I ever got. I received $150 to buy it as a gift from somebody. So I want to get rid of the knife, but I just don't really feel like carrying it anymore. I've kind of evolved and decided what I like in knives and everything. This knife no longer has a pocket clip on it because back when I had this knife I didn't like pocket clips, and now I do. So that's changed. The flipper on this knife kind of sucks. Access locks and flippers don't really seem to go together very well. But as you may be able to tell by the blade here, on this side anyway, you might be able to tell that I have used this knife quite a bit. But I have not carried it in probably over a year now. The next knife, which I think might be rivaling with the Benchmade for how long ago it was since I carried it last, is the Gerber Shark Belly. I just don't really like this knife that much. I should probably just give it to somebody. It was a $30 knife that I bought because I liked the look of it. The pocket clip design I thought was dumb, and it got caught on something and got messed up, so I ended up taking the pocket clip off of it. You can kind of see the pocket clip design has the pocket clip incorporated into the pivot screw, which I think is a stupid design, but whatever. Other than that, I mean, this knife's fine. It's made out of 420 HC, and it's made in Portland, Oregon, so it's made in America. The handles are made out of some sort of nylon plastic stuff, no liners or anything. And when there's no blade play, like right now, it doesn't have any blade play because I tightened down that pivot screw. The knife feels fine. So, I mean, it's a lightweight knife. I kind of like the shape of the blade, but I just don't really care for this knife all that much. And the next knife was a birthday gift from my friend, and that is the Spyderco Resilience here. Most people get the Tenacious. I went right past that and decided to get the Resilience, and he knew I wanted the Resilience, so he just went ahead and bought it for me. This is of course the big brother to the Tenacious. I just haven't carried it in a while because I have a lot of other knife options. I do like this knife. I like how ridiculous it is. It has like a 4.5-inch blade on it, and I think that's awesome, and I think it's cool. And I like the knife. I just haven't carried it, and I haven't come across a necessary time to carry this knife, I guess. I haven't developed a need to carry this knife on a daily basis, or whatever you want to say. I don't need a 4.5-inch blade normally when I'm using a knife, but I like the ridiculousness of it. So I do like this knife, I just haven't carried it in quite a while. My most used flashlight is my Streamlight Micro Stream here. So you can tell with the finish being all worn off of it. I lost the pocket clip sometime a year or 2 years ago, so it's just kind of floating around on the bottom of my pocket. I have actually replaced this now with a MicroStream USB, but this is still my most used flashlight. the Streamlight Stylus Pro. I might have accidentally said something else there in the beginning, but this is the Stylus Pro. But yeah, so my most used flashlight still works just fine. I wish it had a pocket clip on it still, but it doesn't, which is one reason why I replaced it. And sometimes the on switch is kind of iffy. Sometimes it doesn't actually turn on, but most of the time it does. And usually you give it a whack and it comes right on. So yeah, that's my most used flashlight. And my most used watch is probably the Armatron watch, but that's destroyed. I haven't worn that in a long time because it's, destroyed. But for the past little over a year now, I've been wearing this Casio Forester watch that I bought at Walmart for I don't know, it was like $20. Because I don't spend a whole lot on watches. It's got a nylon strap on it. I prefer that to rubber because the rubber irritates my skin. And it's just an analog watch. It has the date over there so I can see what the date is, which is very helpful. And yeah, so that's my most worn watch. Alright, so that is my response, I guess, to Paddy with my 3 knives I haven't used in about 6 months, my most used flashlight, and my most worn watch.